in the game.
EA Sports is in the game!
welcome to Infocision Stadium in Akron, Ohio. Today, a battle in the Buckeye State, and battle lines will be drawn from Cleveland to Cincinnati. It's the Bowling Green Falcons and the Akron Zips. Reese Davis, along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, will hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. And the Falcons headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Fielded in the end zone. It's White. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Looking to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Caught. Breaks into the open. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. And the Zips have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Running inside. It's Gant. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Gets it to the back. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Zips. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop, you move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Dumps it off in the flats. At the 40, makes the grab in their space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, this guy is so dangerous with the ball in his hand. That was an RPO. He got that thing behind the line of scrimmage, but once he had it, he made one quick cut, and that was it. His speed, his elusiveness, he is so dangerous. Defense just couldn't corral him, and he rips off a huge play on what was a very, very short throw on the RPO.
The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Spits it out to the back. Found a seam. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Falcons are in the red zone. From the gun, running back gets to give. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals.
Has it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? And this is a big third down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now,
and he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bowling Green. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they tacked on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Coming out with it, it's Hill. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off play action on first down. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
The Falcons trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
That's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point was good. Fielded in the end zone, it's White. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gant, able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Makes the grab. It's Mason. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Pucks it out of the air. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period. Bowling Green is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. The run inside. It's Gant. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Well, you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play, and they just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, and it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it, but the defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Zips in the hurry up.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He'll take a shot. Makes a grab on the right. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And the Zips will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. On the read to the right, he'll try to get it himself. And he probably should have just handed that one off. He is snowed under in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit.
Number 47 on the field goal.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time.
Maybe some room here. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it.
How about the eye-hand coordination by the tight end there? That ball was not put on his body, wasn't put on his face mask, but he's able to stick out the big hand and pluck it right out of the air.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Zips with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On his way back from the 20. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Falcons want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. So now it's second and long. From the gun, the ground game. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Here we go. Go, go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It is perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants to go deep. He's got it down the field. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34 and what an electrifying play. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the number 9 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's the Gamecocks with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got the back in the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Zips ready to go on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Burris. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Picks up the 1st down. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection, get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. Going for 6. And that one is picked off in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's another mistake for this young man. It's one thing to have 1 or 2 and miss a throw here or there, but he continues to put the ball in harm's way, continues to give it to the other team, and set his defense up in a bad position. That's 6 picks in 2 games.
Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last position. Intercepted for the 11th time. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Akron!
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick 6. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready, go!
Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Stumbled to the ground.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. His 3rd and long from the 45. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now...
Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Falcons! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Give him 3 touchdowns in this game and now up to 8 on the season.
And this RB's been a weapon, man. How much fun is it to have a guy that can run in a touchdown, can catch 2? You can deploy him anywhere on the field. He's dangerous, and this defense, they better get locked in, man. Wherever he's at, whether he's catching it, running it, all eyes need to be on him.
He'll bring it out. It's Hills. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Running inside. It's Gant. Runs through the tackle. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. And the Zips headed quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
The Zips will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line.
Let it go.
Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They give it to him again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Bowling Green has the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip and tuck affair. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. On the move at the 30. And he scores! Touchdown, BG! They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Hills. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking for a deep man. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Turning it on. He's at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Looking to throw on first down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game.
Looking for a huge play. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short... The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Back to pass. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Complete in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Falcons. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Akron offense ready to set up shop. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you've got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Throws to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Finds a man on the left. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Zips moving quickly to the line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
To the air on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Finds a man on the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Zips, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Makes a catch. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to...
Touchdown, Zips! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Oh, they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Is no good. That keeps the score Bowling Green 45, Akron 23.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. Got to take care of the football, big fella.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Finds his back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and, man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, oh, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat, face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.